friends, and welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. It's so lovely to have you here. I realised that I haven't done a little charity shop haul in a while, and I have been collecting a little pile of things. Before I start this video, I just want to say hopefully you can't hear any annoying background noise because I've been sat here for nearly half an hour. I got myself all ready to film. I got the tripod at the right height, made myself a cup of tea, which I'll mention in a moment. And then near my house, well, kind of across the road from my house, maybe like 2 or 3 times a year probably, there are these guys who come, and I don't actually know what they do, but it sounds like chainsawing, but I think they're actually just leaf blowing and maybe grass cutting and cutting back like tree branches and stuff. So just as I sat down, all of this noise began, and I've just had to wait it out, and I can still hear it faintly. I think that they've moved on, but hopefully you can't, because I thought that was a horrible way to start the video with this grating noise in the background. But at the same time, I need to start filming now because I've probably got about less than an hour of light left before the sun sets, so that's what's happening over here. So the first piece I wanted to mention is my new mug. Now, I have been on a little bit of a mug buying ban because I don't know what it is. There's just something so fun about buying mugs to me. It's the same thing with coats. I love to collect coats and mugs, and both of which are quite bothersome to store when you have limited cupboards in my kitchen, and coats just take up so much space as well. But this one I just thought was so lovely, and I may have been influenced a little bit because I'm going to mention this as well, but I recently got this dress in a charity shop, which I'll talk about in a minute or two, but I just thought that they went so well together, so I was like, I think I'm just going to get it. But I'll give you a little close-up. Hopefully that is showing up okay. So this is a mug. Where's it from? It's a classic tankard, that's its type, and it is by Hornsea Pottery, made in England in 1988. So it's given me lots of information on this mug, but I just think it's so lovely. The pattern on it, the shape of it is quite unusual, and then I don't know if it's showing up in the video, but there's this sort of gold rim around the mug as well. Yeah, so I'm so pleased with my new mug. I haven't used it very much, but it's been sitting proudly. I feel it's very autumnal, wintry. So yeah, today this is the mug I'm drinking my tea out of, and I just quickly want to mention the tea as well. Thank you all so much if you've donated a buy me a coffee recently, sent a tea or coffee my way. A thank you message is on its way. I just haven't got the chance yet, but that's on my list of things to do, and I just want you to know that I'm so grateful. And I also just wanted to give a little shout out to Meredith, because Meredith actually sent me physical tea recently, and that is what I've been sitting drinking while I've been waiting for the guys to go away. And I wanted to show you, but I've drank quite a bit of it now. It's this amazing, it matches my dress is what I'm trying to say. So thank you, Meredith. I've been really enjoying this tea. It's perfect for the season, a nutty almond cream, cinnamon almond herbal tea. So thank you so much, Meredith. So about the dress, so I got this mug and this dress from a local charity shop near my parents' house, and I think the mug was only 50p maybe. It was very cheap, and that's why I couldn't resist it. The dress, if I'm not wrong, was maybe £4, and I was saying, I don't know where the saying's from, but I hummed and hawed about it for a while. Basically, just wasn't. I loved the pattern, I loved the colour. I'm going to include some cutaways because there's just no way for me to show you this dress, but it's probably the calf length on me, and these kind of quite longish sleeves. And I really like the style, the colour, the pattern. The only thing that had me on the fence is I believe it's maybe like 100% polyester, and ever since I think my high school days, I've always tried to buy natural materials as much as possible. I gave in and just bought this dress because I thought it would be, I was just like, it's too nice. It's from, I think it's from Stradivarius, so just sort of a fast fashion brand, but I just really liked the pattern and how it looked. And then I wore it to, if you watch my regular vlogs, I wore it to Tasha's Harvest Friendsgiving party. And bless Tasha, she'd put the heating on, it was toasty in her flat, and I was absolutely boiling in this dress. I think because it is 100% polyester or something, I felt that I was going to just ignite on fire. But it does look really nice. So I think it'll get some wear, maybe not, it won't be a regular wearing. That is the first 2 items that I've bought fairly recently. And then a lot of the items today that I'll be sharing with you are clothing items. So something else, I don't think this has appeared in a vlog as far as I know, but I did wear it in a vlog actually, when me and Tasha went to Craigie's farm for the sort of apple and pumpkin patch. And it's this little, somewhat of a mini skirt, I guess. It's like an A-line shorter skirt, and it has kind of a kilt style to me anyway. It has this little thing on the side. I now just call it like my little kilt skirt, and it reminds me of skirts that you'd kind of see at private schools. Not that I have been to a private school, but it kind of reminds me of a school uniform in a way. But I just really liked the colour and the simple, I don't know what you call this, like a I was going to say a plaid, but it's not really a plaid, just a check on it, I guess. And it has this, it's probably much easier to show you on, but it has this little sort of wrap around, like a wrap skirt, but it is closed off inside, thankfully, because otherwise there'd be no way I would buy it, because Scotland is windy and that could be very embarrassing. So yeah, this is another thing that I've picked up fairly recently. I got this also in Fife. I think pretty much everything I've bought has been in Fife. I have been in Edinburgh charity shops, but nothing has really taken my fancy. Although there's a book. I did buy a book, I'll show you later. But this is just from Marks and Spencer's. So it's 55% new wool and 30% polyester, 15 viscose. Which I actually really like, because I think if it was 100% wool, it actually would go baggy in some areas and it probably wouldn't wash as well. So yeah, I have only wore this maybe once so far, but I think in the winter months I'll probably get quite a lot of use out of it. I think on camera it's coming up lighter. In real life it is a really dark navy, almost black. Yeah, it is still navy though. Yeah, so I was very pleased with this. I can't remember how much I paid for this. I want to say it was £4 as well, and that's why I couldn't resist it, because I have had a lot of wear out of my other M&S skirt, which is really similar, but it's a sort of more of a white check sort of pattern on it instead. So yeah, that is the third thing that I've picked up. And then more recently, I actually featured this in a very recent vlog. I found this little cardigan in the charity shop and I really like it. I actually really like it. On the hanger, in my opinion, it looks a lot better, but I still like it enough to keep it, so I've decided to keep it. It's been washed, it washed and dried really well, and I really like, I don't have very many. All of my cardigans that I have are just one plain colour, so it's really nice to have a little stripy pattern on it. And I just think it's really fun. Someone mentioned, potentially, was it maybe Jeff in the comments had mentioned in the video, that it's just a nice pop of colour to the winter season, and I completely agree. It is really just so cheery. I almost wore this in the video today actually. And this was really quite a good price. I think, I want to say it was either £3 or £3.99, and I've never heard of the brand before, and for some reason someone's cut it. That's being added to my extensive charity shop and knit collection. And then yeah, let's just do another jumper. So this one, I have been hanging on to this to show you for probably 6 months or so. Sorry, I was a bit thirsty. This was actually my mum, so I credit her with this find. In my parents' local area, there's this sort of community shop that opens once a week, and yeah, it has a little charity shop section, but it also has an area where they sell produce at really good prices. So this is where she found that, and it's easily the best find of the video, I would say. So this is this beautiful beautiful beaded jumper, and it's a mixture of, I would almost say a hot pink bead, a bronze, a green, like an emerald green. I'll just show you a bit closer. And the amazing thing is I can't even speak. The amazing thing is that it's actually brand new. There's the tags still on it. That was such a good find, and it's actually by a British brand, which is a really, really good brand, Boden. And yeah, it's a size small. I love this little ruffle around the neck. This is another option for wearing today, actually. Really, really pleased that she picked this up. And then the arms are really sweet as well. They've got this little ruffle. Is it also called ruching? Maybe I just made that up. But yeah, it's just so sweet on the arms, and just a really beautiful jumper. And the best bit is, you will not believe the price that she got this at. It's just incredible. So because it's not fully a charity shop, it's more of like a community shop, I think a lot of pieces are donated from like Amazon or other places where the stock would have been going into landfill, so instead they're just selling it really cheaply to anybody that wants it. So she got this for £1. Yeah, I think that's probably one of our best charity shop finds in a very, very long time. A brand new Boden jumper for £1. And then I also, talking about jackets earlier and my mug and jacket obsession, I bought a new jacket. So this was also in the vlog recently, but I found another Jack Murphy jacket, a very different style to the ones that I've found previously. I've found two in charity shops over the past year or so. One is slightly bigger and it's also kind of this colour, and they're both, the other one is a sort of chocolatey brown, and they're really good rain windproof coats. This one is, I don't know if this would be, maybe sort of a water resistant, I would say. I don't think this is waterproof like the other two. It's hard to see here, but it's kind of a, I think I would say a beige colour, and then my favourite part is this red shock inside the lining and inside the hood as well. And I was really hoping, but unfortunately it's not. On the arms, I would have loved to have been able to fold up the sleeve and have that pop of red, because the other Jack Murphy coats that I have this beautiful tartan sort of plaid pattern inside, and when you roll up the sleeves you can see the pattern, which is so lovely. So I was really hoping that that would have the pop of red inside here, because I've got 3 coats from the charity shop now of this brand. I've been really impressed with the first 2 that I've found, and there's a little logo on the sleeve as well. So yeah, this has been added to the coat collection. Oh sorry, how much was that? That was on sale, so I have a funny feeling that was £2.99. I have to look back in that vlog and see how much it was, but I think it was around about £3, which is just really, really, really good. Okay, so I think the only things left are some books, and I debated about including this one, but just for fun, I was having a little sort out of some stuff in my parents' house, and I came across this beautiful cardigan that I bought literally years ago because it was just so soft. It's 100% cashmere, Marks and Spencer's, and it's just one of the softest jumpers I own. I remember getting it for a really, really good price. It is a size 16, so it is a little bit oversized on me, but I'm just going to pop it on to show you. It is just so luxurious, and I don't often fly anywhere or travel anywhere, but I just think this would be the coziest thing to wrap up in if I was ever going, you know, maybe back to Malaysia or just on a holiday somewhere where you just want that little bit of coziness on the plane. Yeah, that's how I envisage this being worn, but at the same time I think it'd be really lovely just to wear day to day as well, going over to friend's house for just a cozy evening, or even just sitting in the house wearing it. It is so cozy, and the only reason that it hasn't been worn is because it has these really strange pockets. I don't know if I can show you. So it has these really peculiar pockets, and they were on the outside of the cardigan, but I spent some of my time at my parents' turning these pockets kind of inside out. So originally they looked, I can't really do it now, but they looked a little bit like that, and it just hung really strangely, maybe because it is oversized, but I've ended up unpicking them and restitching them inside, so now it just hangs more like this without the sort of strange open pockets. I don't really know what the purpose of the pockets were. They were maybe just a style decision, but it really didn't look good on me. I should have taken a photo or a video before I altered it, but yeah, I'm so much happier with this now and would be happy to wear it. I'm actually just going to keep this on because I'm kind of cold. I put the heating off because of the noise of the boiler, so it's getting a little bit chilly. So there's a family in my building, and I think the kids have just got back from school. Okay, so I've been talking for quite a while and my camera just cut out there. Thankfully it didn't miss too much, but we're losing light, so I'm going to jump really quickly into the last category, which is books. I've been buying quite a lot of books, obviously, since the last time I made one of these videos, and I can't remember which ones I've bought from the charity shop, but I did collect a few that I found that's in my little pile of books to read that I remember buying fairly recently. So the first one is, I've already mentioned it a few times here, and I'm still reading it and really enjoying it. It's taken me quite a while to read it, but because it's quite a slow read, it's more a book that I feel you can just pick up and put down, and then a week can pass and then you can pick up and put it down again. And it's really good, but just a very sort of slow pace. It feels like watching just a really relaxing vlog about a bookshop, its owner, what she does, the people that she comes in contact with, the customers who she hires. She sets up just like little activities in the bookshop and meets authors. So if you're looking just for a very calm look into the running of this little bookshop and the relationships that are formed and friendships and everything, I would highly recommend. But it's definitely not a page turner, which I knew that going in and was totally fine with that. And I'm almost finished it. I think hopefully that's my goal this weekend, to finish off this book, because you should see the pile of books that I've acquired. And then this book I picked up when I went to Dalkeith. I don't think it was the day that I filmed. Me and my mum went back another time, and I didn't film it because it was literally almost the week after and it would just be pretty much the same content. But I picked Red Rising up because I just hear so many people talk about this book and recommend it. One of the YouTubers that I watched, Dylan is in Trouble, he often says this is his favourite book. I've talked to other people who've recommended this book to me, and yeah, I do quite like a sci-fi book sometimes. It's been quite a while since I read a sort of science fiction. I think that's what this is anyway, a sort of dystopian, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this. Okay, so that's the second book, another highly sort of reviewed, and I've heard lots and lots of good things about this. I popped this on my stories when I bought it, and I had several people message me saying how much they enjoyed it, so I think that this will be a New Year read. It's got really dark. Let me see if I can pop on. Okay. That's not so, I think that's better. That's definitely better. I'm so sorry. I should be wearing my glasses, but I can't actually, yeah, hopefully that wasn't completely dark and that you could actually see what books I was talking about for this whole time. These are the books. So last but not least, A Highland Christmas. I really enjoy, my guilty pleasure. It's not even a guilty pleasure, but whenever I'm feeling in a little bit of a reading slump, I really enjoy the Hamish Macbeth books by MC Beaton. If you're looking for, I think I've recommended it on this channel before, but if you just are looking for a very sort of light-hearted, not gritty whatsoever, murder mystery taking place in the Scottish Highlands. It follows Hamish Macbeth, who is the local constable, or yeah, he is a constable, isn't he? Yeah, PC Hamish Macbeth. You just follow him as he solves crimes in the village further afield. He has 2 pets that are really scruffy and it's just quite cozy, and I always enjoy them. It's just a nice little palate cleanser personally. If I've read a book that has been quite emotional, which is kind of unusual for me, I don't really tend to gravitate towards any sad emotional books, but if it's been a book that has taken more effort to read maybe, I just love a little palate cleanser of MC Beaton. Anyway, that is all of the things that I have been buying. Thank you so much if you've made it this far. I hope that you're all having a lovely day wherever you are, and yeah, have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully this will be up before the weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.